तो आज करेंगे हम यूनिट 6 सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड डिसऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Introduction. The organization of this system is the interrelationship of its constituent. A society can be described as organized only when all the various organizations smoothly and without any conflict or friction and adequately perform their functions. Social organization means integration of more than one regulatory unit which bind these units together on the basis of position relationship and provide mobility to them so as to fulfill the actual objectives of an organization. Meaning of social organization means the word organization is used to refer the association group. The terms disorganization means the arrangement of a person, part, or component in the sequence, order, or in a organized manner. It includes corporates, enemies, schools, banks, college and church. College and church, school and armies. Political parties organization means a set of different activities serving a common purpose. Definition. According to H.M. Johnson, organization refer to an aspect of incorrection system. According to Ogwam and Nickhoff, organization is a articulation of different parts which perform various functions. An acting group device for getting something done. According to Louis Abstract, social organization can be thought of as a pattern and process of relations, individual and among groups. Role of individual in organization. The individual play an important role in effective functioning of the organization. The member of organization must be trained on force of work and participate in it to believe the social demands. Definite purpose. An organism has its four definite purpose without any goal, purpose or goal. Individuals come together and establish among themselves a definite pattern of the system of interactions. The smooth running of organization depends upon the mutual understanding, dedication and cooperation among its members. Individual motives. The individual motives play an important role in fulfillment of organization goals. People can't work in organization without any personal motives, purpose, aims and objectives and thinkings. They do not work in a automatically and mechanically or in impulsive manner. Role and identification. The organization assigns states and roles of to individual and makes them assume status and tact role. The organization can function without only problem if the harmony between the acceptance of the status by the members and their intact men of related roles in present. Cooperation and coordination. The success of organization depend on the proper coordination and cooperation of the members and also cooperation from others. The other members must also made or contribute directly or indirectly to the smooth functioning of the organization. Continued contribution of all its participants. An organization is a collaborative efforts of all individuals. It's essential for all the individual may work hard and effectively cooperate within spirit give time field. The scope of organization activities may remain constant or may grow sometimes. And moderate at another level. Continuity must be maintained and avoid confidential situation as well as to often describe outcomes. Elements of organization. Social structures. The nature and characteristics of an organization depend on its structure and constitution and configuration as will define social structure and essential for configuration of any social organization. Status. It is a position which one holds to the organization. The scales of any organization depend upon how the person performs his function in an organization according to gain position. Roles. It is an expecting behavior which is associated with status with the organization. The members also assign their role to perform and occupy the position and status in the organization. Mutual understanding. It is an important element of social organization which provides the strength and necessary for effective functioning. Norms and rules and regulation. Every organization have fulfilled the goals for which it was formed. Members of the organization are interrelated and perform the activities in order to achieve the common goals. Roles and objectives. Authority. The law organization can function if there is no authority. For example, a school has a principal as a take authority. There must be a variety of chain of commands in organization effective functioning. Types of organization. There are kinds of organization. For example, a state is called a political organization because it is a concern within political matters and issues. A factory is called economical organization because it's concerned with production and distribution of goods. Different organizations work in a different way and follow some principle and process for effective function of a society. There are mainly two types of organization: formal organization and informal organization. Formal organization made from certain principles, protocols and procedures to be followed by our members within the organization. The formal organization is its own norms and rules of social conduct and behavior. The formal organization create forward power or authority is one of the most significant criteria of any organization. Informal organization is the small groups in which the members are tied up, connect to one another to person. The group is characterized by informal meals and face-to-face relationship, cooperation, support, and teamwork and companionship. The members of informal organization work together not in their official capacity but as a person or individual. They share their fears, hopes, their happiness, joy, and worries. Informal organization consists of only conduct and written rules of norms of behavior. Difference between formal and informal organization. Formal organization and informal organization. The formal organization is relatively a large group. Informal organization refer to a small group. The relationship between the members is more a status and secondary than personal relationship. There are authority in a formal relation. Hence, there is occupation and sub understanding. Move a person or according to the role than a status relationship. There is a informal organization. Hence, we find control and solution. The noun of formal organization differ. They found in the form of written rules and regulation, laws, contract, or constitution. The norms of informal organization are also informed. They may be found in form of custom, morals, beliefs. They are not written. Formal organization may have long history and their own the state and class are relatively permanent and stable. Informal organizations are not permanent. Informal may develop into a formal organization. Formal organizations are rigid in nature. Informal organizations are flexible in nature. Communication takes place in the chain of command. Communication takes place in the any direction. Voluntary association organizations stabilize on the basis of common interest where members, volunteers or even pay a participate much as clubs or study groups. As voluntary associations sometimes serve as a constant substitute for primary groups such as association and certain rules. Goals. The term voluntary derived from the Latin word volet means freedom. The term is often taken and referred to the presence of volunteers within non-profit organizations, although many voluntary organizations are more dominated by professional staff and voluntary definition. Voluntary associations are freedom of association and reorganize legal rights on the part of all persons to combine for promotion and purpose in which they are interested. According to Davis, voluntary organization are a group of persons organized on the basis of voluntary members for some common interest in members. Characteristics of voluntary association. The voluntary group is one which joined by individual according to his own wish and derive. He withdraw his membership at any time according to his own will. Political parties, youth association are example of voluntary growth or voluntary association. Voluntary organizations serve many purpose for society, we as well as the democracy of the country. The characteristics of voluntary association. Authorized status voluntary association are registered under the appropriate at the given corporate status to the group of individual. Self-grouping organization. Voluntary association as a group self-growing organization beside in its contribution it's showing policies and clients they are developed by individual or group of individual and undertaking and welfare and development activities of society. Voluntary findings the method of finance with at least save of his fairness from voluntary resources. Social wellness and motives. Voluntary associations are neither from nor run for political making motives with the profit existing in terms of social welfare and happiness. Define and aims of objectives. Voluntary association has defined aims and objective program for their fulfillment and achievement. Function of voluntary association identify the needs of individual groups and communities. The main function of voluntary organization is identify the needs of individual groups and communities and initiate programs and profit to meet them on their with the involvement with the government. The association permanent and government from developing monopoly in various field source as a safeguard between individual and state.